What's up guys, it's Stuart here. So as everybody knows, I'm a non-CDL hotshot, and I've always wondered how much money can I make if I switch over to CDL hotshot. Well, I couldn't really find those answers out because it's very hard to keep track of all of your numbers, and I don't really trust anybody else to go off of their numbers. So my brother has his CDL. He got a CDL set up. He ran for a week. I ran for a week, and we pretty much competed against each other. So now I'm bringing you the results. Who made more money? Obviously he did. How much more money though? Is it worth it to get into CDL hotshot, or is it not that much more worth it to go through all the trouble of getting your apportion plates and a couple of other things that this video is not about? I just want to see how much money can he make versus me. Now, there's a lot of time and effort put into this video. I greatly appreciate a like on the video if you find value in it. If you want me to put out more videos about the money in hotshot, that would let me know that this is interesting to you guys. But other than that, let's just jump right into it, guys. All right. I figured I better sit at a table. So I'm out in the kitchen, and I'm gonna be able to go over these numbers in the Excel spreadsheet that I've worked very hard to gather the information, okay? If anybody is out there in the hotshot industry, you know that it's not the easiest thing to keep track of all your numbers. But if you don't keep track of all your numbers, you're screwed. Like, you may think you're making a lot of money and you're not. So this is how me and my brother are getting better and better and better. Anyways, let's jump into this Excel spreadsheet. Let me just give you an overview. All these color-coded, everything's like color-coded, and then you see like 2 lines highlighted gray, 2 lines highlighted blue, you know. Down here, 4 lines highlighted yellow. Those are all partials. So that was on my brother's trailer at once, or my trailer at once. You can see right here, it was partial, yes, yes. No, this was not a partial. That's why it's only that one color. Up here, I took 3 individual loads, or whatever, dedicated loads. 1, 2, 3. They're 3 different colors. Over here, this red block, okay, this was what me and my brother are calling compete week. I competed with him with my non-CDL setup and his CDL setup to make the most money. So we took a week out of our time to compete against each other, and yeah, it was fun. We were both hitting the load boards hard. This was, 100% from the load boards this week right here. So this is going to give you a real good indication. These and the dates are right here. So 4/11 to 4/17. And then this is the description and if I've been paid or not. So let me zoom in to where we can get some of that stuff out of here. Okay, you don't need to know my driver, Stuart, and then this is Blake, okay? He has a 40-foot setup, 40-foot, and then his truck's a dually, F450, and I have an F250 with a 33-foot Big Tex gooseneck with mega ramps. We both have mega ramps. Anyways, so 33-foot non-CDL, 40-foot CDL, and he has air ride. So I knew I was going to lose. Yeah, if you want to jump straight to the numbers about that week, I grossed $8,800 right here. Okay, and down here, my brother on compete week grossed in that red block, grossed $10,050. But here's the thing. He drove less miles, okay? I drove 4,232. That's what this number is. Right above miles right here, it's the same thing. Miles right there. So 4,232 miles to get $8,800. And everybody know, or my cost per mile is $1 a mile. So you can pretty much subtract how many miles I drove from my gross, and that's how much profit I made after my truck payment, trailer payment, tires, insurance, oil changes, windshield wiper fluid, everything. So Let's go down here. Am I recording? Good. Just checking. So he drove 3,800 miles and grossed $10,000. Now he has a bigger setup. He has bigger expenses. I'd say his cost per mile is about $1.20. So, $1.20. So, you can do the math. You know what? Let's do the math. 3,865 times $1.20. That's probably more than what it cost for him to run his truck, but let's say it's $1.20. I always like to be on the safe side. $4,600. Now we're going to subtract $10,000, his gross, $10,050. All right, so he made $5,400 and I practically made $1,000 less. Over the course of the year, that could, if you run every year, every week, that could be $50,000 if it's $1,000 difference. So is it worth it to get your CDL? I'd say so. Also, let me just emphasize, this was my best week in non-CDL Hotshot. Look at this load, $3,200, okay? I was in Wyoming. Do you know how lucky that is to get a load that pays $2.40 dedicated, going a long way out of Wyoming to get you as far from Wyoming as possible? There was loads on the load board that day going to Chicago for 50 cents a mile. Horrible. And they will sell them for 50 cents a mile. Trust me. So, yeah, let's go over non-CDL real quick. As you can see, I took this load. It was 100 miles for $4 a mile. Shorter runs are going to pay better. I took this one for $2.28 a mile. Is going 650 miles. Okay, $1,500. I needed to come home, and this got me back to Carterville. So, had to come back to Carterville. $1.28 a mile. I was just looking for something to get me home. Had to get home. Anyways, I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this. My brother's taking partials. I'm going to start taking partials. So I went ahead and, yeah, this is a direct customer. And I put a partial with it. That was $1,200. So that was a good run out to Colorado. But then, boom, you're in Colorado. It's hard to get back, folks. It's hard to get back. I lost my cursor. All right. Accepted rate. So I got $700 and $600. But that doesn't matter because let's look at the rate per mile. So I took $1.32 and 84 cents. I was trying to get up to close to $2 a mile. I didn't get $2 a mile for all that because this was only 450 miles. This was 831 miles. So that's what's, I put two things on my trailer. So your non-CDL, 33 feet or less, not a lot of options out there, guys. And I had to get home. Getting home sucks. Just stay out. If you're going to go out on the road, stay out for a week, 2-3 weeks at least. All right, plan on that. So this was another one out of Carterville, Illinois. Oh, this was my buddy's boat. Yeah, all right. So let's get to this is a real deal. This is when I was really trying, me trying versus my brother. I'm not coming home for a week. So I got two partials on my trailer right here, 2,400 and 1,750, going to freaking Colorado and South Dakota. Okay, going to Colorado and South Dakota, out of Tennessee and Kentucky. And then on my way there, I found something in, this is Kansas. I found this in Kansas. To go in Colorado Springs, I was already going to Colorado Springs. So boom, added another $1 to my trailer. So I was getting honestly, so for the last I was getting, for 562 of those miles, I had all three of these things on there. I was getting 2, 3, 4, I was damn near getting like $4.50 a mile. So that was pretty cool. After that, I ended up in Rapid City, South Dakota. Okay, and I got lucky to find this load. 1,300 miles out of there. $2.40 is from an oil rig. And going to Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas has a lot of freight coming out of there. So I ended up down there over the weekend too. So, you know, it was a long drive, but I couldn't do anything else anyways. I couldn't find any partials. Man, I wish I could have put partials with that. Mount Vernon, Indiana. So this got me pretty damn close to home. It was $1 a mile. Oh shit, I didn't even know you could do that. Well, I'm not gonna figure out how to get that back. Anyways, so for 22 days, here it is, guys. Shoot, I gotta do this in 5%. For 22 days, you're looking at $17,000, $18,000 right here. That's how much I brought in 22 days. That's the gross, all right? Compete week, in 1 week, I brought in $8,800, okay? This is April 2023, so don't listen to people on Facebook. You can still make money. Everybody's quitting. I don't know why you're quitting. You just need to figure it out, okay? You can make money out there. Let's go down to Blake's CDL setup. Here's the fun part, guys, okay? So he brought this load. This was his first load. That was the worst load I've ever seen. Okay, they loaded up his trailer, the whole thing, CDL setup for $400, not worth it. All right, so let's skip over this direct customer right here. Landstar Ranger, Wild West Logistics and King of Freight. People are talking about Landstar and King of Freight. Well, I don't think that it's bad if they're giving him $3,400, $2 a mile from Denver to Jacksonville, right? And most people would just take that. But my brother, nope, not good enough for him. Let's slap on another $1.77 going to Orlando, Florida, from Nebraska. So he's from Denver. Then he picked up something in Nebraska. Then he picked up something in Kansas. So he's riding with like $6,000, $7,000, over $7,000 right here on his trailer at once. He's down in Ocala. He's like, shoot, I need to get something out of there. Find something in Orlando. They tell him it's a dedicated load, which we all know if they say dedicated, you know, use your best judgment. They just want it there quick. Okay. Anyways. Oh, okay. This is the start of Compete Week right here. This is the start of Compete Week. So, Blake, he goes and picks up, and you can match up the dates if you want, you know, 410 to 417, and mine up here is 411 to 417. So he had an extra day on me, but that's okay. So he picks up something from Carterville, Illinois, and Kokomo, Illinois. And by the way, he goes and gets his apportion plates too. Okay, I'm going to cut that out. So he takes us from home, Carterville, Illinois, to Kokomo in Kokomo, Indiana, and he's going to New Jersey and Connecticut. Okay? Then he gets there, drops this off. Remember, picked up something for $2 a mile. That wasn't good enough for him, so he picked up something for another $2 a mile. That's just how he rolls. Then in New Jersey, he picks up $1 a mile, 80 cents a mile. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Okay, that's exactly what people are saying. They're messing up the market. But he already had this booked. He already had $1.93 booked. So if you're taking $1.93 and then you're slapping on another dollar, another 80 cents, okay, and then I think he dropped off this 85 cents and picked up this $1.73. So I mean, that was a lot. That was just from New Jersey. Where was it? Pennsylvania, New Jersey. So he dropped one of those off, picked up Georgia. I mean, that's some good money right there, guys. I mean, so, man, my computer's being slow. So, At one time, he had 1,000, 2,000, 5,400, over $6,000 on his trailer again. But he's not driving a lot of miles because he knows that when your truck's driving is when you're losing money. So load it up. Take your time loading it up. This was over a weekend too, so they really weren't pressuring him to get it to where it needed to be. Anyways, the 30-day gross for a CDL setup, my brother's first month, his first month, he doesn't even know what he's doing. He dispatched himself. Like, yeah, I told him what to do, but like he dispatched himself, filled out his own carrier packets with my MC. $36,000, okay? $36,000 what he grossed in 30 days right here. And I grossed in 22 days almost $18,000. So these are the real numbers. I probably made this video longer than I wanted to. If you're still here, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to know about Hotshot even more, because I'm getting a bigger setup, I'm going to be bringing you more numbers. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like the video. Once again, guys, thank you so much.